Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and I've just recorded a short episode revealing the winners of a recent competition for the Spotify Wrapped Most Dedicated Listener to the Show. And when I played it back, I actually heard that it's got a voice modification synthesizer thing on it that made my voice very, very deep. But because it's not a hypnosis session and it's just revealing the winners, and because it's quite fun to listen to, I'm going to leave the episode with my voice, with the deep voice modification. So you still get to hear the winners. You just hear it with almost like a application that makes my voice very, very deep. I've got a reasonably deep voice, but this application that you're about to listen to, revealing the winners of the recent competition, makes it even deeper. Don't worry, I'm not going to be using this modification in future episodes unless you really want to listen to it. So stay tuned and you will hear the winners of the free 60-minute session with me with a ridiculously deep voice modification. All right, enjoy.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this short episode of The Hypnotist, I wanted to reveal the three winners of the recent competition that I run just to acknowledge those people that are dedicated listeners, and it blew my mind in terms of the response to the competition. So a bit of context, a bit of background for those people that might not be aware of this. Each year, Spotify release their statistics for people on their podcast. They do it for music artists as well, but obviously I'm interested in the statistics for podcast, and it blew my mind that for over 100,000 people, my podcast was in their top 10 most listened to. But the statistic that really frazzled my mind was the statistic that for 21,030 people, I was their most listened to podcast. So going back about 2 weeks ago, I did a competition where on Spotify Wrapped or Unwrapped, I forget what it's called, it actually shows the number of minutes you've listened to your favorite podcast. So I said, for the top three listeners that share their listening figures with the highest numbers, I would give a free 60-minute hypnosis session to the most dedicated listeners. And thank you to everyone that replied and sent me a screen grab. It blew my mind in terms of just how much interaction and how much support there is for the show. So thank you for that. And I'm going to reveal the three winners, but I'm going to throw a caveat in there as well, because I'm not the best on social media. I'm not the best on organizing these kind of competitions. I kind of did it on a bit of a whim. So at the end, I'm going to reveal something. So even if you're not these three winners, you still may be in with a chance of getting a free session with me. So in third place, and these are the ones that I've had on email, and I've got the screen grabs, so I know they're verified. In third place is a lady called Amber with 21,080 minutes, which is an insanely high number. Amber, you win a 60-minute session with me. I'm going to message you directly. In second place is Karen with 29,646 minutes. As I'm saying these numbers, it's frying my brain. Karen, that is an insane amount of listening that you do. Hopefully at least some of those hours are while you're fast asleep. So that's 29,646. Karen, you also get the 60 minutes session with me. And in first place, with an insane 35,754 minutes, is a lady called Rebecca. And she messaged me on Instagram with that number. And it was mind-boggling to see someone listen for that long. So thank you to those three for listening. I do recall, and this is how rubbish I am on Instagram and social media, I do recall at least 2 people tagging me into stories that were around 25,000 minutes. So although officially, based on this, Amber in third place with 21,000 minutes wins the session, what I'm willing to do, just because I'm useless at organising these competitions, if you've listened to the show for over 21,000 minutes and you've got a screen grab of your Spotify Wrapped, this time probably better to email it to me so I don't lose it, adam@adamcox.co.uk, and I will also honour the free session so that there's no feeling of, well, I definitely put it on Instagram and I tagged him in the story. I don't check Instagram every day. So it's possible that you are a more dedicated listener than Rebecca, Karen and Amber. It's just my uselessness at social media meant that I didn't see it, or I didn't make a note of it when you tagged me in a post. So these three have definitely won, but equally, if you're listening right now and you can recall that on Spotify you've listened for over 21,000 minutes, screen grab it, email me, adam@adamcox.co.uk, and I will also ensure that you get the free 60-minute session as well. If you're listening to this and you're not on Spotify, maybe you listen on Apple, maybe you listen on Amazon. I'll be honest, I listen to my own podcast before I sleep. Want to check the content, but also I'm one of these weird people that listen to my own stuff right before I go to sleep, and I listen on the Amazon Alexa device. So it might be that you're listening, you're just not listening on Spotify, in which case you're not eligible for this particular competition. Something I did mention in the original announcement of the competition is that if you refer me as a hypnotherapist to someone that you know and they go on to work with me, as long as they make a reference to your name and they've got your contact details, I'll make sure that you get a free session as well. So there will be some kind of referral system. Not everyone can afford to work with me. I appreciate I'm certainly not the cheapest hypnotherapist in the world. There are very good hypnotherapists that aren't as expensive for me, so it means that perhaps you could work with someone else. But if you like the idea of working with me and you're happy to refer me to other people that might have a need and they go on to work with me, then that will also mean that you get a free 60-minute session as well. So again, just to echo my sentiment here, hopefully it's coming across, really grateful, really appreciative of all the people that listen to the show. Thank you for everyone that engaged in the competition. I'm going to try and message and email everyone that did enter, just so that they know. And if you're listening and you're thinking, well, I had more than 21,000 minutes of listening, and you've got that Spotify Wrapped screen grab, send it over and you will also get the 60-minute free session with me. My email address again is adam@adamcox.co.uk. This doesn't have a hypnosis session attached, but don't worry, I'll be recording at least 2 today, so you will be hearing some brand new hypnosis very, very soon. Thank you again for listening, and I'm sure you'll hear from me very, very soon.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.